Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, there we are for a special meeting Thursday, May 30th at 5:30. We'll do a roll call, starting with Ms. Ryder.
Here. Trustee White?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Ballhorn? Trustee Cronister?
Here.
Chairman Robinson?
Yes. Move on to discussion item. Discussion is consideration possible action to move forward with Oklahoma Aeronautics Commission's request of project listed below be considered for completion of the Commission's fiscal year of 2020 through 2024 airport construction program for fiscal year 2022 rehabilitation runway project. The city understands its funding share of the total eligible project cost will be 5%.
I think it's a great deal. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
A motion, a second. We'll start with Ms. Ryder again.
Yes. Trustee White?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Ballhorn? Trustee Cronister?
Yes.
Chairman Robinson?
Yes. I need a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
The motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
For adjournment.
It's now 5:32. I call the El Reno City Council special meeting Thursday, May the 30th, 2019 to order. We'll start the roll call off with Vice Mayor Cronister.
Here.
Councilman Ballhorn? Councilman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilman Ryder? Here. Mayor White?
Yes. Move on to discussion items. Number one, discussion consideration possible action to approve resolution 19-38, a resolution of the City of El Reno Council declaring the flooding for the May 20, 2019 emergency and acknowledging the use of emergency and disaster funds. Got a motion to approve?
Second.
Got a second?
We need a motion of emergency.
No.
Okay.
That is declaring emergency.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, what you may want to do, pledge of allegiance.
Well, we don't want to do those in special meetings. We should do them other things.
All right.
Move on to discussion, we can. Move on to, I like Roger, tell me how to run that deal now. So.
Roll call?
Roll call, we got me all messed up.
Okay,
Roll
we need
call,
a
vote,
vote.
start with Cronister.
Yes.
What's going on here?
Councilman Ballhorn? Councilman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilman Ryder? Mayor White?
Absolutely. Move on to two, discussion, consideration, possible action to approve the resolution 1939, a resolution of City Council declaring a tornado of May 25, 2019 emergency, acknowledging the use of emergency disaster funds.
So moved.
I got a motion by Robinson, second by Ryder. Roll call vote, start with Ryder.
Yes. Councilman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilman Ballhorn? Vice Mayor Cronister?
Yes.
Mayor White?
Yes. Number three, discussion, consideration, possible action to move forward with Oklahoma Aeronautics Commission request the project listed below to be considered inclusion in the Commissioner's fiscal report FY 2020-2024 report construction program for FY 2022 rehabilitation runway project. City understands funding. It should be shared. The total eligible project should cost at least 5%.
Motion for authority.
I got a motion for authority.
Second.
Second, roll call vote, start with Ryder.
Yes. Councilman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilman Ballhorn? Vice Mayor Cronister?
Yes.
Mayor White?
Yes. Move on to four, to hold a public hearing regarding the proposed annual budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2019, and ending June 30th, 2020. And I consider the public hearing open and discuss the budget. Mr. Fraser.
Thank you, Mayor. So first of all, we've been doing pretty good for the past few fiscal years in terms of sales tax revenue generation. We've been spending funds wisely at the direction of the council, so we feel pretty comfortable about the FY20 budget that we're going to submit. I have taken the liberty of with the blessing and direction of Marsha, producing these documents which show you a very detailed breakdown of the overall budget. Overall appropriations for FY20 total around $57,979,484. That does leave us with a healthy fund balance of roughly about $24 million, 24.5 to be exact. So the first thing we did was we kind of tried to break this down into smaller amounts, into a presentation that could be kind of digested. And Katie has a slideshow of that presentation on your screen here. So we're just going to walk through it really quickly. First of all, this is just a cover page. If you go to the next page, which is the last vision statement that we have in place, which basically says that we aspire to be a growing community that attracts residents, businesses, and tourists to experience our excellent quality of life, neighborhoods, natural beauty, and vibrant downtown. On the next page, obviously, is a breakdown of our current leadership from the council. That would obviously be all the individuals that you see up here, minus obviously Mr. Ballhorn, who's not present today. If you go to the next slide. Obviously, award map. Next slide, please. And these are our current department heads and appointed officials. Obviously, you can see Assistant City Manager Matt Savage, myself, City Clerk, all of the department heads, contact information, emails if necessary. Appointed officials as well, including our city attorney, municipal judge, alternate municipal judge, and city prosecutor. Obviously, just an organizational chart of the breakdown of the city's structure. And the next page is the table of contents. This is kind of how we're going to kind of walk through this. We're going to start with basically a financial overview of kind of where we're at presently, where we've been, and hopefully where we're going in the future. So if you go to slide number 10 in your booklet there. Now, this is an overview of our current fiscal year from July 1 to the end of April, which is April 30th. To date, we have covered roughly about 83.3% of all of our activities throughout the year, as well as 83.3% of our fiscal year. You can see that all the funds, for the most part, have produced well. One question that might jump out at you is in the very last column where it says excess revenues over expenses. If you see a negative number, that is essentially that we have used some of the fund dollars from the previous year to take care of some of the operations that we're currently performing. If there's any questions on that, I'd be happy to kind of touch on some of those, and Mark has maybe more information. Anyone? If you'll go to the next section, which is outstanding debt obligations under page 13 or slide 13. And the next, if you would. This is an overview of the city's debt. There is an error. It says sales tax debt. It's actually overall debt. You can see that the majority of our debt is roughly about $31 million, give or take. That $31 million was the most recent bond that we floated. Any questions on that? This is essentially just a breakdown of all of our debt. If there are no questions, we'll just go to the next section. Our debt is broken down into sales tax debt as well as a utility system debt. Sales tax debt is just pledged to all of the sales tax that we collect, and the utility system debt is the revenue that we generate from our water, sewer, and all the utilities that we provide to the city and to the citizens. The overview of pie charts of those basically just show how that debt is spread out. This is our fund or objects codes. For anyone outside the organization, this probably looks pretty complicated, but it keeps it simple for the city. All the 100s of the general fund, where basically all of our city operations are paid out of. IRMA is a municipal authority as well. So anything that begins with 16 in your budget manual would be IRMA. Other funds are pretty much any other fund that we have that's not a general fund and not IRMA fund. The next slide is all of our revenues. As you can see, the majority of our revenues, or at least half of our revenues, is based on sales tax. We project we're going to get roughly $23 million in taxes, and the rest of those portions are fairly small. First being taxes, number 2 would be other financing sources, and number 3 is charges for service. Other financing sources is mostly transfers from either one fund to the next to kind of make up for operations or needed capital expenditures at that point. Next slide, please. The second bucket, which is where we spend out of, is our municipal authority revenue. And municipal authority is, again, all those things that we provide to community in the forms of water, sewer, trash, and so on and so forth. Charges for services is where the majority of that funding comes from. And a lot of our public works projects are funded, obviously, under municipal authority. If there are no questions on that, we'll go to the next slide. And the last fund or collection of funds is other funds. With the other funds, 78% of that comes from other financing sources, so transfers again. A lot of these are pledged to specific purposes. A public safety sales tax, for example, comes out of other funds. And again, a lot of our operations happen out of one of these three, or all of our operations happen out of one of these three funds. The next section is the proposed expenditures. This is probably the more interesting portion for the community for the most part. That and what we're actually purchasing, what we're expending our funds on. This is just a departmental breakdown of how our funds have been allocated. So you can see that there is a dollar amount assigned to each department as well as a percentage of our total expenditures that come out of our overall expenditures for the general fund only. Again, we have two other funds that we have expenditures out of. This is just the general fund only. So we're looking at roughly about $29.7 million in general fund activities. And again, that's mostly general operations at the city level. Next slide, please. Well, and this is obviously the IRMA expenditures. IRMA is again on municipal authority. We refer to it as IRMA on a regular basis because that's kind of the lingo internally. But if we look at the department expenditures, the breakdowns are as such. This is kind of a visual representation of those expenditures through the IRMA. Number one being obviously police, two is fire, and three is streets, which is essentially what you would expect at any city for any city in the state of Oklahoma. Maybe not in that exact order. Sometimes there's an inversion of the first two, but usually those three are the top. The next is the proposed capital projects that we hope, or at least these are the projects that we had during the current fiscal year, FY19 projects, most of which are accomplished. Those that are not accomplished are going to roll over to the next year. And again, this is just highlighted, so this is not a full summary. If you are interested in seeing the full list of all the projects that we've tried to accomplish this year, at the very back of your document here on Exhibit 3, there's a full list of every item that we've ever tried to accomplish for this fiscal year. Now, this is what we hope to accomplish in terms of capital projects for the next fiscal year, FY20. And they're obviously broken down by fund, source, department, and amount. Again, some of those that are probably more important than others, such as water improvements. We hope to add 2 wells through our emergency reserve fund, and that would basically increase our water production by at least 500 to 800,000 gallons per day. And again, a continued list of the FY20 capital projects by department. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to entertain those questions. If not, I'll go to the next slide. Last but not least are our fund reserves. Professionals such as Crawford and Associates suggest a minimum fund balance of about 30% to 50% of your annual revenues. We are currently at roughly 51%, and this is for all funds combined. So we're in a very healthy position in terms of our rainy day / fund reserves. In terms of fund reserve for the general fund, again, professionals such as Crawford and Associates recommend 10 to 30%. We are currently at 7.62 in our general fund. However, that is a little misleading, I will say, because we have transferred some funds from our general fund in the amount of roughly about $2 million. And we also have a contingency fund that is at the control of the council. If you were to combine those with what we currently have, we would be more in the 24% range. So again, this number looks low, but it is actually And I tried to go through that quickly, and if there are any questions, we have to entertain questions.
I want to publicly state that that was a very good book that we got. Thank you for whoever.
Well, every department contributed equally, I would say, but I would say the majority of that load, even more so than me, was Marshall, Karen, and all of the ladies in finance who did a terrific job putting it together and providing all the data.
Thank you.
They spent countless hours composing the document. So, thank you.
I'm not a grad person.
Well, you're not. It worked really well. It made it easy to study when I got it.
So, if there are no questions, I would submit the budget for the FY20 year for recommendation and approval to the city council.
Any questions? Any comments? Okay. Consider public hearing closed. We'll move on to B, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve budget. That's the resolution 1940, a resolution adopting the annual budget for fiscal year 2019-20 ending June 30, 2020. Maintain special funds, filling and adoption budget of intergovernmental agencies, providing and transfer of funds. Any questions? Any other comments? All right, do you have a motion for approval? Got a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
I got a motion and a second. We'll have discussion. I got a motion and a second for approval. I just got to tell you, I'm not real happy with this budget at all. We're at $1.8 million added to what we did last year. I'm worried, nervous about what the incoming year is. If you look at the upcoming amounts, as far as the tax revenues that we've got in for permits and everything else have been down, Dustin, significantly. We've got a lot of employees added in there. Have you looked at those? I mean, and Tracy, you said something about the fund balance. We've had this deal where we have controlled the fund balance. We have plenty of money in savings. We're doing the best we've ever done. We got more than we need in savings right now, but we've been real conservative here. And I want to make sure the employees get a raise. It's equal among the union and the city employees. I think that's very important we do that to keep up to maintain what we have, because we're going to come back. But as far as adding employees at this point in time due to certain projects and adding $1.8 million, which brings the budget total amount to basically almost a 33% increase. I'm not for it. I'm nervous. I think we need to kind of rework this, kind of relook it. I think we need to have some discussions on what we can and can't take out at this point in time. I think we need to be real cautious and precise about this. And I think we need to be good. That's my opinion. That's all I got to say. So I got a motion and I got a second. We'll roll call vote, start with Ryder.
Councilman Robinson?
No.
Councilman Ballhorn? Vice Mayor Cronister?
Yes.
Mayor White?
No. So what happens?
We will need a 3-2 vote.
I'll make a motion that we deny the budget and bring it back, and we have to do it in 2 weeks. I make a motion to deny the budget and bring it back 2 weeks.
I'll second that.
I got a second by Cronister. Roll call start with Cronister.
Yes.
Councilman Ballhorn? Councilman Robinson?
Yes.
Councilman Ryder?
Yes.
Mayor White?
Yes, motion carries. Denied. Motion for adjournment.
So moved.
I got a motion, a second.
Second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you all.